Island where they lived since about 1750 in Balahuig in the North Village, and it's a very heritage that in my family almost all of us are extremely proud of and very gratified to have it. And you know, Feenit and Tralee Bay are very, very special places. You know, the number of people I've met in bars in New York or Sydney or in other places in London and North London across the world, that when you mention the word Feenit, their faces light up and they talk about sunny summer days in their childhood on the beach, or fishing or swimming or having a couple of drinks in the evening. It's just one of those places that means a lot, not just to North Kerry people, but I suppose what we call our diaspora across the world. But when it comes to the natural world, Tralee Bay is an incredibly special place. And I know I'm talking to the converted here and most people will know, but there are species of animals in Tralee Bay where it's the last place in Europe where they're found. And the oyster bed, and I'm not 100% sure about it, it was certainly one of the very, very few places, if not the last place in all of Europe where there's a native oyster bed found. Incredibly special. And you know, I've been very fortunate to scuba dive and free dive in a lot of places around the world and to see some wonderful things. But I'm going to tell you now, and my hand on my heart, and this isn't rhetoric, that scuba diving in Tralee Bay is unequalled. When the conditions are good, particularly on the Maharees Islands and some of the rocks and some of the, it is absolutely stunning and out of this world. And you know, all across the world, there's a tidal wave of humanity moving away from the countryside and the natural world into towns and cities, and that's just how people make their living now. We all work in factories and offices and under roofs, and you know, up to a couple of generations ago in Ireland, almost, you know, not everybody, most of the population lived either in the countryside or in small towns and villages and connected with nature. And you know, that's a huge change for people to deal with in a very short space of time. If you look at evolution in a very simplistic sense, you know, for even in Ireland, the 8,000 years that we've been here, or the 100,000 of years that Homo sapiens has evolved, you know, we've evolved around the natural world. It's a lot to deal with. And nature inspires us. You know, if you look at a couple of swallows flying around on a summer evening, you can see how they've inspired the innovation in the aviation industry. You can look, there are any number of studies that will show how people that spend time in nature live longer. I could quote thousands of research papers. There's one fantastic one I read about today. In California, 30% of children that live close to parks, there's a 30% less occurrence of childhood obesity in children that live near parks versus those that don't. It's good for our emotional well-being, our mental health, our physical health, over and over again. And in light of that, I'm absolutely delighted to hear when Mike, we spoke a couple of times over the last few years about this, is organising the Wild Minds Festival. Fantastic opportunity, and I hope so many people, and particularly young people and children, get an opportunity to connect and to reconnect with the natural world. I know it's going to be a fantastic festival, and I really, really wish you the best and hope that over the coming years that it grows and grows and grows. So wish you the best with that, and thanks a million for having me. Cheers. Thanks.